Why ain't none of y'all tell me Versus was coming on that night? I don't know if because my stuff is not really curated for hip hop, or if I was living under a rock. I had no idea that Versus was coming on when it came on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't gonna break my back and throw no Versus party to watch that particular Versus anyway, but it was great for the culture, and I get it. Following Versus, controversy has started to spiral all types, but one of the biggest ones was the artist Mercedes, who was featured on the song I Can Tell. She was at the Versus and backstage with Timbaland, but was not brought on stage or allowed to be on stage to sing, and now she got an attitude. Take a listen.
Ending my live because I'm mad as fuck. But it's not a minute long, so I have to stay on here long enough so I can post it. But I'm definitely going to post this to my page because I'm sick and fucking tired of being fucking played with. I am supposed to be here just like everybody else. I don't know how the fuck somebody else got to sing my song, but not sing one of theirs. This shit is fucked up and foul, but it's cool because I promise I got something for everybody. I swear to God, I got something for everybody. It's so many people that ain't even so. Look how many people that's not No Limit that's on this fucking stage. Do you see? I'm over here with Timbaland. Why do they have me and Timbaland on the side of the stage? Make me understand it. Do you see this? I got a whole fucking wristband, and these bitches didn't let me go on. Like, let me make it. How that sound? That sound deliberate, huh? Something just ain't right. It's cool though, because y'all can expect a lawsuit because I did not give permission for anybody else to perform my song, so it's gonna be a fucking problem.
Lord, black people, do me one favor. Y'all gotta stop throwing out, and we got a lawyer on the show tonight. Y'all gotta stop throwing out them veiled threats about, I'ma call my lawyer, I'm finna file a lawsuit when you ain't got no claim, mama. That ain't your, that ain't your song. It's yours in the sense that you sang it, you know what I'm saying? But that ain't your stuff. I didn't give permission for nobody to sing my song, baby. They didn't need your damn permission. They didn't ask you for your permission to plug the damn song in the verses when your ass thought you was finna damn sing it. Them people don't need nothing from you. And then it don't make it no better that Mac jumped in the car to break down what's going on. So we're gonna look at this next video, and then I'm gonna give my real commentary.
So check this out. I normally don't even speak on this kind of stuff, but I felt the need to address a very misleading narrative that's being pushed in regards to Mercedes and the song I Can Tell that I performed last night as part of the Verzuz battle. While Mercedes is someone that I've known for a very long time, and we have a mutual respect for each other, Mercedes was not contracted by Verzuz for the performance last night. And let me reiterate, Mercedes was not contracted last night to perform at the Verzuz battle. I was. Over the years, I've performed the song several times without Mercedes. Mercedes has performed the song several times without me, and it hasn't been an issue until now. In regards to the song I Can Tell, it was written by myself, Jabot, and Miss Peaches, who were all artists at No Limit at that time. It was recorded for Mercedes' Rear End album. Another false narrative that's being pushed is this idea that Mia X was put in place of Mercedes.
All right, so let's talk about it, right? Because I'm a language person. On a high level, Mercedes was not contracted by Verzuz. Technical statement, it's true. Mercedes was not contracted by Verzuz. But let's take it a step further. I highly doubt Verzuz contacted y'all individually. I am pretty sure y'all were contracted by Verzuz, but Master P brokered the deal. Wasn't even there. I am beyond positive that Verzuz said, Master P, give us a name. This is the budget that we got. We're going to give you this. Give us the names. Give them their fee. And I'm going to be very honest with you, Mercedes. In short, I wasn't even there, but being in this business, I understand how it goes. Mercedes, in short, they did not feel like your little blip in history at No Limit was worth you getting paid. They had to divide up all that money, and they were just like, I mean, Why should we give her whatever they were going to give for her to come out and sing the hook on the song? Now, here is the thing. In Mercedes' defense, and like Mac said, Mac, I respect you, but you are being a tad bit purposefully obtuse as well, because you made the comment in the past, I have performed the song without Mercedes, and Mercedes has performed the song without me. Absolutely, y'all both have done that at events that don't matter. Festivals, you know what I'm saying? Local concerts, local reunion tours, club appearances. Sure, that girl don't give a damn if you at a club in Baton Rouge singing the song without her. Sure, you don't give a damn if she's in Florida singing the song without you. But a versus between Cash Money and No Limit is one of those inaugural, one of those history making, one of those legacy defining moments that go down in the history books. And that girl is not wrong for wanting to have been a part. She's not wrong for wanting to have been a part. And I'm not going to lie to you, like, even if I was on No Limit and all I ever did was sang one verse on one song, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we got all these memories when all us used to be on the studio and all us used to be dreamers. I would have just loved to have been on the stage. Mercedes, your feelings are not wrong. And it feels as if they did accommodate you by saying, we're going to give you a band. Like, they didn't completely forget about you. They did think enough about you to give you a VIP band to get you backstage. But honestly, the reason why you probably were not allowed on the stage is because they don't value your contribution, Mercedes. And I'm not going to lie to you. When you start talking about, she's like, all these other people are on the stage, yeah, that will make me feel a type of way too. And I almost didn't even want to do this story, but there's no way to talk about Versus without doing it. When she said all these other people on the stage that shouldn't even be there, the first person I thought about was Tamar. Okay. Now, let me preface this story with, I am going to do this story in an objective manner. This has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that her and I had that falling out. Even independent of that, my thought process on this would be the same. And I'm going to do the story without name calling and anything like that, because I don't want no shit to get reignited with this damn girl. But the story is the story. When I saw it, one of these things is not like the other. Y'all remember Sesame Street? One of these things is not like the other. The first thing I saw was she was on the stage, and the first thing that went through my mind was, why is she up there, right? Like, and I understand that's Toni Braxton's husband and she's Toni Braxton's sister, but as somebody who lived the Cash Money and the No Limit days in high school and whatnot, it was like, when I looked at the stage, I just don't associate Cash Money and No Limit with Tamar Braxton. The second thing that went through my mind was, this is just not your moment. This was not your moment. This was not your moment. Why are you there? And then it's, and then it's kind of like, and if you gonna be there, girl, be discreet. Be discreet, be in the back, be in the corner, being chilling. And here is the unfortunate thing, and this is why I got an attitude about the story, because somebody else's moment was hijacked. When you woke up in the morning, when all of us woke up in the morning, the story was not how great Versus was. The story was not, ooh, that was a Versus for the history books. The story was not, Versus was so good. The story is Tamar Braxton, Cash Money, No Limit Versus. That, I think that did a disservice to the whole thing. Hijacked somebody else's, and I'm not implying that it was intentional. Somebody else's moment was hijacked. The next morning, none of the stories related to Versus should have had anything to do with the Tamar Braxton. First thing. Second thing, after experiencing what I experienced with Tamar, in the press and the intentionality behind the debacle that we had, this feels intentional to me in part. My experience is that Tamar leans into publicity. Whether it's good or it's bad, she leans into it. The story currently on Braxton, that's the hot thing, is she put Tawanda down payment and Tawanda said, you slept with one of Tony men. You know what I'm saying? Any reasonable person would use this time to distance themselves from any image of impropriety as it relates to Tony's man, and you took this opportunity to lean into it. And that's why it feels intentional. And I don't think there's a person alive that thinks Tamar was sleeping with Birdman. I don't think anyone thinks that. But again, you seized an opportunity because from my experience, you like the fanfare. You like it. All the mess going around and the gossip and the fact, whether it's good or bad, they're talking about Tamar. She seems to like it. I just don't think any reasonable. And listen, I get the whole I'm here to support my brother, but you couldn't have supported from the front row and from backstage. And I may be wrong and I may be speaking without knowledge. Was everybody else wives and girlfriends and cousins and ancillary support systems on the stage? It just felt like a lot. And at the end of the day, as somebody who grew up watching Cash Money and No Limit, I actually would have much rather seen Mercedes up there because now in my mind is forever etched Tamar Braxton in the background when she just shouldn't have been there. And we should not be discussing Verzuz and Tamar Braxton in the same sentence. Them people moment was hijacked once again to those attention-seeking antics. They say Kelly Price was okay. I don't. Maybe. Somebody say y'all wipe sweat off y'all sisters' husbands again. Nevertheless, that is that. So, guys, I want to. Oh, Tamar asked. That somebody said something or another, and she was like, "Cause she couldn't be here to love on her husband, and I'm gonna hold it down for her and my brother." I guess holding it down is what that was.